Now that I have the internet pulled up, and you'll see behind I have Dreamweaver still open, just in case something doesn't work, I'll go ahead and click into the browser here and type in my Prism address. So we know that it's prism.troy.edu / my username, which is AMTABB, whatever yours is, and hit the return key. Now, this is perfect. This is what I want. I have an all persons as website for this course on completion. In terms of completing this assignment, should look the same with an inclusion of a different title, obviously, but the course semester or current semester should be the same. But if you're here, this is perfect. This is great. This is a great step. If not, you want to go back a couple of videos and maybe revisit some of the steps in terms of the setup. Now, while we're still here, let's take a look at a few things. Remember, I typed in my title. Here it is. So if I had given the title a different name, this is the title of the page which appears within the browser. This is awesome. This is what we want. Now, as I've talked about in class, sometimes we are able to look, or I do at least for the assignments, on the back end of things. I'm going to do so here. You can do the same thing just out of good practice. I'm using the browser Firefox. I'll go to Tools, Web Developer, Page Source, second from the bottom. All right, now here, this is pretty much what we have in Dreamweaver. Line 5, my title is indicated. Yes, Advanced Technologies in Journalism. The course number is listed before. Here we have example. It starts on line 8 and goes all the way down to about line 96. This is our embedded CSS of what we see here. We're going to talk about that in a future assignments. But if we scroll down, on line 102 is where I indicated my header, JRN, the same as the title, Advanced Technologies in Journalism. And then on line 116, I can see where I included the current semester. So here, when I talk about checking for the back end, that's simply what I'm doing, and you can do the same thing. All right, let's open a different tab, so I'll close it. While we have the internet up, let's go ahead and access Blackboard. Once you're in Blackboard, go ahead and access the Once you're in Blackboard, go ahead and access the course. Now, just as I pull something up here, it very well may look different from the current semester, but you want to pull up the current week of this assignment being due. Okay, once you have it, go ahead and access that week, and then you want to find the Dreamweaver Setup assignment. Click inside of the folder, and just as we did for the web folder setup, scroll down to the bottom, click on the hyperlink to access the assignment. We have a few questions again. I'm just going to highlight as I did before to ensure that I have all questions that I need to answer. Here in the assignment submission, text submission, click there and paste, Command V. All right, here I will indicate my name, my email address. Okay, now it says, what is your Prism account username? So whatever your username is, what is your web page address? Here, this indicates also your URL. So it is prism.troy.edu / my username. What is the Dreamweaver name of the site you created on your computer? So whatever name you indicated, you should type it here. Now, of course, I named mine the course number JRN 4440, Advanced Technologies in Journalism. And then the last question, in creating your remote information for your site, did you check the save box? The save password box so that Dreamweaver will remember your Prism password. And if you follow the steps of the video, you should have done so. So just type yes, and then you're ready to submit this assignment. Now, before finalizing everything that we've done, I'm going to minimize the internet. Right, I'm back in Dreamweaver. Before I close and quit the program, I'm going to access my flash drives, which this is a practice and a step all persons should do. Again, because you're not saving it to any other device besides your external storage device. I'm going to simply click on it to open it. And what I'm looking for is to indicate that the updated changes have been made to this index file. Because if they are not saved, once you quit Dreamweaver, remove the flash drive, no longer will they be there. So please make sure that all things are correct in terms of saving your work. Now, let me X out. Move these applications also. Once back in Dreamweaver, I'm going to quit the program. Okay, and before removing the flash drive here, I'm going to check it again. Open it, and then I have Dreamweaver closed. Let me make sure that my browser, my website is closed also. I'm going to double click on the file that I've made changes to. This is the index.html. All right. So what I did here, I closed the web address in my internet browser because I knew it was going to reopen it. It did in a different browser. And then I quit Dreamweaver also because I want to make sure that once I re-access my HTML file, the index file, everything, the changes have been saved. So I see them here. Everything looks good. I'll quit Safari. And now I'm finished. And then simply drag your flash drive to the trash can, and we know that there are several ways of doing this. You can also go to Finder and eject here. That's taking a moment to close. It should work. It's no longer there. Yes.